Today, we're hopping aboard the Carnival Glory for a full exploration of the ship, from splashy pools and thrilling water slides to quiet adult retreats, energetic kids clubs, and the lively casino. I'm going to walk you through the best spots to chill, eat, sip, and catch some entertainment while giving you my honest take on what works, what's a little meh, and what's worth your time. Plus, we'll touch on costs, excursions, and what it's really like cruising during the busy summer season. Whether it's your first cruise or your 10th, I'm going to lay it all out so you'll know what to expect. One of my favorite things right after boarding is go to the sail away party. Every ship has one, and it's basically a floating welcome party. On the Glory, it takes place on the pool deck, the largest open air area on the ship. This one stood out. It had a contagious energy that swept across everyone. Guests were dancing, laughing, and soaking up the first moments of their vacation. Even if dancing isn't your thing, it's fascinating to watch everyone else having the time of their lives. The sail away party is more than just music. It's where the cruise officially begins. You can meet the entertainment team, start your beverage plan, or just lean back and enjoy the first real taste of the vacation vibe. A DJ spins upbeat tracks, people cheer each other on, and the atmosphere is impossible not to get caught up in. Honestly, jumping in is way more fun than standing on the sidelines. The energy is infectious, and everyone's just there to have a good time.
Hi, and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to take a look at Carnival Glory to show you all there is to see and do. So without any further delay, let's go see it.
Let's talk about the atrium. I love entering the ship here because it immediately sets a festive, vacation-ready tone. Sure, the decor leans into bold early 2000s colors and patterns, giving it a slightly retro flair, but honestly, that's part of its charm. It's functional, lively, and makes it easy to navigate, whether you're hunting down a lounge, tracking down the guest services desk, or just soaking up the buzz. We didn't get a formal welcome when we arrived, but that didn't matter. The atrium itself is impressive. The glass elevator shaft, the hum of excited passengers, and the natural flow of people coming and going create a constant energy that's hard to resist. One of my favorite stops here is the Red Frog Rum Bar, a sprawling, vibrant spot to grab a cocktail, meet fellow travelers, and enjoy the atmosphere. In the evening, the atrium transforms into a lively hub with live music and performances that draw guests before dinner or the nightly shows. Comfortable seating makes it easy to just sit back and watch the cruise life unfold. Full disclosure, some guests I spoke with weren't wowed by the decor. Certain areas can feel dark or reminiscent of a retro disco. Think Red Lobster meets nightclub vibes. At first, I admit it didn't wow me either. But the charm of cruising isn't just in the ship's design. It's in the experiences you have, the people you meet, and the destinations you visit. That's what makes a cruise memorable. A bit about the ship itself. Carnival Glory is a Conquest-class vessel launched in 2003. She's a classic liner with room for roughly 2,980 passengers at double occupancy and a crew of around 1,150. Based out of Port Canaveral, she mostly sails 3- and 4-night Bahamas itineraries. The ship has seen several refreshes over the years, most recently a major update in 2024. While she's not brand new, the renovations keep her feeling functional and enjoyable.
I just sat down for dinner, and I'm getting ready now to tell you all about the dining options on board.
Now, let's talk about one of the true highlights, food. Eating is a central part of the cruise experience, and I make it a point to explore every option, from the buffet to the main dining room and specialty spots. Yes, there's the old joke about gaining a pound a day, but don't let that hold you back. Meals are part of the fun, and it's all about enjoying the variety. Most guests start at the buffet, and it's easy to see why. My main benchmarks for cruise food are variety and quality. I love trying new dishes, but I also appreciate familiar favorites. Overall, the food was solid, not Michelin star worthy, but satisfying. There were a few standout dishes, though consistency wasn't perfect. Most passengers seemed content, getting exactly what they expected. The buffet space benefits from natural light streaming through ceiling windows, though some corners feel a bit dim. A downside is the long lines for popular items like bacon or specialty meats, sometimes a 10 to 15 minute wait. Items that didn't appeal to many, like overpriced pastries, occupied prime space and added to congestion. Repeated waits started to chip at the experience a bit, and many people ended up piling their plates high to avoid multiple trips, which only made the area feel busier. Breakfast options were somewhat limited, with a single island serving continental dishes and desserts. Drinks were included, covering lemonade, juices, and unlimited hot beverages. A nice touch was a specialty coffee spot inside the buffet. For just a few dollars, passengers could grab a higher quality coffee, something that quickly became a favorite morning ritual for coffee lovers. Small upgrade, but it really added a nice start to the day. Beyond the buffet, Carnival Glory offers plenty of casual dining spots that are perfect when you're looking for something quick, tasty, and hassle-free. One of my favorite late-night haunts is Pizza Pirate. It stays open long into the evening, making it ideal for a post-show snack or midnight craving. The pizzas are solid, though I wouldn't mind a little extra sauce, but you can also upgrade to specialty pies for a few extra dollars. Keep in mind, it's a small operation with just one person at the oven, so sometimes you'll have a short wait. Another consistent winner is Guy's Burger Joint. The burgers are reliably good, and even during busy periods, the line moves faster than you'd expect. Whether you're fresh off an excursion or just need a quick, satisfying bite, this is a go-to spot. For a taste of something different, BlueIguana Cantina delivers fresh, made-to-order Mexican favorites. Think burritos, tacos, and nachos loaded with flavorful fillings like grilled chicken, beef, or roasted veggies, all topped with fresh salsa, guacamole, and shredded cheese. The build-your-own approach keeps it casual and fun, and the best part, it's included in your fare. No extra cost, just solid, flavorful food anytime you want. Moving on to the main dining rooms, this is where the cruise really shines. Compared to the buffet, the experience here feels elevated, better flavors, attentive service, and a sense of ceremony. The staff are incredible, often remembering your drink preferences and anticipating your needs before you ask. These little touches take a good meal and turn it into something memorable. There are two main dining rooms, the Platinum Restaurant aft, which has windows and natural light, and the Golden Restaurant in the center of the ship. Both serve the same menu with equally attentive staff, but the aft location feels more open and scenic, a noticeable perk if you can grab a window seat. From casual burgers to late-night slices or a sit-down dinner with top-notch service, there's something for everyone. Almost everything is included, though some premium items like lobster or select steak cuts carry an upcharge, usually around $20 per item. Keep an eye on the menu, especially if kids are ordering, so you don't get caught off guard. Dining often comes with a touch of fun. Staff might get up and dance to music or even break into song during dinner. It's a little silly, but also infectious, creating a lively, playful vibe that guests really enjoy. Here's a tip. If you want a specific table or window seat, claim it early, ideally on the first day. Once seating habits form, it's tricky to change them, so grab that scenic spot right away. For those seeking a more elevated evening, Emerald Room Steakhouse is the ship's only specialty restaurant, open for dinner only. The menu is smaller, but the quality stands out compared to the buffet or main dining rooms. Early seating is smart here. It means fresher dishes and service that's still energetic, rather than later in the evening when the kitchen and staff have been working hard all day. If you prefer flexibility, Carnival's anytime dining option lets you eat whenever it suits your schedule. Just be aware that wait times can vary and your server may change nightly, which might be less ideal if you're hoping for consistency, especially with kids or repeat orders. When it comes to cleanliness, especially with health concerns still top of mind, I have to be honest, it felt like sanitation wasn't a major priority. Hand sanitizer stations were often empty, and sometimes they weren't refilled for days. It left me thinking, bring your own sanitizer just in case. It's a small detail, but it's worth planning for before you step on board. Now, let's talk outdoor fun. The pool deck is the beating heart of Carnival Glory's open-air activities. There are two main pools, a water park area, and several whirlpools scattered around. Heads up, the whirlpools can get busy since kids and families love them, so the serene adult soak can be a bit elusive. Safety measures are solid. Lifeguards are stationed at all pools, and life vests of every size, including XL, are available at no cost. Just remember, slides are a no-vest zone. The main pool is saltwater, while the hot tubs use freshwater, and convenient outdoor showers make rinsing off a breeze, whether you're swimming or just washing off sunscreen. If you want prime lounge chairs, think early, like 7:30 a.m. early. By mid-morning, the best spots are long gone. Some guests reserve chairs with towels or personal items, officially frowned upon, but usually tolerated. For quieter sunbathing, the adult-only pool area is ideal. No kids splashing around means you can actually relax and read or sip a drink in peace. For families, the water park is a hit. The tipping bucket alone draws laughs, and slides rarely have waits longer than 10 minutes. Seating is abundant and lifeguards are always nearby. The whirlpools are pleasant but can feel crowded during peak family times, so plan accordingly if you're hoping for a calm soak. Towels are linked to your stateroom. Just swap your used ones at the pool for fresh towels anytime. If you lose one, expect to charge around $22 to $25, so keep track to avoid surprises. Drinking is a big part of cruise life if that's your thing. Pre-purchasing a drink package can save you money, but here's the catch. If one adult in your cabin buys it, everyone over 21 must also participate. And honestly, the break-even point is around 8 to 10 drinks a day, which isn't realistic for most people. So do the math before committing. That said, Carnival has plenty of bars. You'll find themed spots like the Alchemy Bar, Kaleidoscope Casino Bar, Azure Bar, Red Frog Rum Bar, and Java Blue for coffee cocktails. Even with all the options, it doesn't turn into a chaotic pub crawl. The vibe stays social and comfortable. Bars quickly become social hubs. You'll recognize fellow passengers, bartenders, learn your favorite drinks, and it becomes a familiar, friendly place to relax. Service is consistently professional, quick, and polite. Mistakes are rare, but when they happen, staff fix them immediately. The bartenders know their craft. Even unusual orders are handled with ease. Occasionally, a slight language difference pops up, but it never affects the experience. Premium top-shelf spirits aren't the focus. This isn't a luxury cocktail bar, but the mid-range selections are solid and consistent. By the end of the night, it hardly matters. A well-made cocktail is a well-made cocktail, and you'll enjoy it just the same.
The Carnival Glory is not one of your mega ships. That doesn't mean there's not a lot to see and do. So let's take a look at all the entertainment options on board.
One of the things that makes cruising so lively is the non-stop entertainment. There's something happening from morning until late at night. The crown jewel is the Amber Palace Theater, a 3-deck venue at the front of the ship. With seating for around 1,500, it's large enough to fit most passengers in one go. Each evening, the theater hosts 2 big Broadway-style shows with singing, dancing, colorful sets, and carefully timed lighting effects. The theater itself feels grand, with soaring ceilings and elegant touches that give it a classic cruise liner feel. Seats are cushy and comfortable, perfect for sinking in and relaxing for the 45-minute performances. While the shows are visually impressive, I'll admit they sometimes lean more toward spectacle than storytelling. That said, watching live performers bring energy to the stage is undeniably exciting. Entertainment isn't confined to the main theater. Smaller lounges scattered across the ship host everything from musical acts and trivia contests to story time for kids. Carnival's comedy shows are consistently sharp. Stand-up acts deliver timely jokes and plenty of laughs, and they're so popular that queues often form. Don't skip at least one comedy performance. It's often a cruise highlight. Karaoke is another must-see, whether it's the surprisingly extremely talented singers or the enthusiastic folks who are all in despite missing notes. The crowd energy is infectious. I once watched a karaoke face-off between a guy and a girl. He completely stole the spotlight with a smooth, unexpected voice. Moments like that often feel more memorable than the formal stage productions. The ship's app is a handy guide to daily activities, everything from cooking demonstrations and bingo to theme parties, deck games, and dance-offs. Bingo might seem old school, but it's genuinely fun, and the deck parties, glow night, white party, and other themed events get people out of their staterooms and into the action. Speaking of the pool deck, the outdoor LED screen hosts dive-in movies. You can watch a recent film while lounging or floating in the pool under the stars. The picture and sound quality are impressive, and it's a perfect low-key way to unwind. Nightlife on Carnival Glory is a mix of high energy and relaxed options. The white party is iconic. Everyone in crisp white takes over the pool deck, creating a fun, photogenic vibe. There's also a nightclub on board, but it's more of a casual hangout than a high-octane club scene. Most of the action happens at theme parties like 70s Night or Glow Night. For quieter evenings, the ship's lounges are great for cards, chatting, or enjoying live music. Bringing your favorite board games is a smart move if you prefer low-key nights. The sports deck is on the smaller side compared with newer ships. There's limited space for full court games, but cruisers make it work. Pickleball is surprisingly popular, with people bringing their own gear to get a match in. The mini golf course upstairs offers casual fun, though the upkeep leaves a little to be desired. Then there's the casino. It's a lively spot, even if you're just people watching. Slot machines and table games like blackjack and roulette keep a steady buzz, and a bar inside means you can enjoy a drink while taking it all in. The smoking section is noticeable but not overwhelming, and clever layout design keeps it from dominating the experience. While cruise casinos rarely pay out big, there's a perk. Using your sail and sign card automatically enrolls you in Carnival's Players Club. You rack up points that can be redeemed for perks like free drinks, spa services, exclusive events, or meals. The exact benefits vary, but for some guests, it adds a nice extra layer to the casino experience. Cruising isn't for everybody. Some people find the ship overwhelming, non-stop shows, games, parties, and specialty restaurants, and you won't love every single thing. That's perfectly fine. What I love is that no matter how much you click with the ship, every sailing is really about where you're going. Most itineraries from Florida or the East Coast point toward the Caribbean, and that's where the magic starts. New islands, new flavors, new sights, and cultures that feel both welcoming and different. That sense of discovery is what hooks me every time. Every port also gives you a chance to shop. Prices ashore are usually better than on board, so it's a great time to grab a souvenir or try a local specialty. Security is typically visible too. Tourism is the #1 industry in many of these places, so there's a real effort to keep visitors safe and comfortable. Even if I don't book an excursion, I like to step off, walk the streets, taste the food, and talk to people. Spending money locally doesn't just create memories for me, it supports families who rely on visitors. When it comes to excursions, you've got two main paths: book through the ship or book independently. The ship makes it easy to arrange ahead of time or on board. The tours are vetted, and if something runs late, the ship will wait. The trade-off is price. It's common to pay more than you would with a reputable local operator. Booking on your own can save real money if you research reviews, choose well-rated providers, and allow extra time to get back before all aboard. For me, the sweet spot is balance. Enjoy the ship when you want convenience and energy, then step ashore to soak up something totally different. The ship is your floating resort, sure, but the real treasure is almost always waiting just beyond the gangway. We kind of jumped ahead earlier, but let's rewind and talk about the boarding process, because that's really where your cruise adventure begins. From the moment you arrive at the port, there are a few steps you'll go through, and it's good to know what to expect, so the whole thing feels a little smoother.
So birth certificates with you?
Yes.
Good job. And you got them with you here, not in your bags? They're in your backpack?
Yes.
Good job. Good.
Getting on board was surprisingly smooth. Security and customs moved quickly. No long waits, no fuss. Even arriving a bit early, we zipped through the process without a hitch. The waiting lounge itself was spacious and comfortable, which made the short delay almost enjoyable. My advice, bring something to occupy your time. Podcasts, scrolling social media, or playing around in the Carnival Hub app is perfect for getting familiar with the ship. It's also a good moment to have a quick chat with your group, set expectations, or run through a mini plan for the cruise. Oh, and don't forget your official ID or passport. They won't let you get far without it. While waiting, we noticed plenty of guests with soda cans. Carnival allows non-alcoholic drinks like soda and even 1 bottle of wine per person, but always double check the current rules online to avoid surprises. Even on a packed summer sailing, the ship never felt cramped. Stops at Nassau and Half Moon Cay felt unhurried, and we had more than enough room to enjoy everything. Overall, boarding was surprisingly hassle-free. Here's a little debate I always have with myself when it comes to cruising. Do you check your luggage or carry it on? Personally, I usually check mine. The reason is simple. When I board, I want to explore, grab lunch, maybe head to the sail away party, not drag a suitcase around while waiting for my room to be ready. The downside of carrying it all on is you eventually get stuck guarding your stuff instead of enjoying the ship. My solution? I keep a backpack with the essentials, swimsuit, sunscreen, important documents, then check the rest. That way I can move around freely until my bags show up later. What about you? Do you check or carry on? Let me know in the comments. If you're looking to truly unwind, the spa is the ultimate retreat, but be prepared, it's a premium experience. Treatments range from massages and facials to body wraps and specialty therapies. A 50-minute massage typically runs between $100 and $150, while shorter sessions of 25 minutes hover around $75. Keep an eye out for early booking specials. Sometimes you can snag 20 to 30% off if you reserve on embarkation day or during certain promotions. A session here can seriously melt away stress and make you feel like you've hit vacation nirvana, but it's the kind of indulgence that adds up fast. So consider what your relaxation is worth. The fitness center is a surprisingly strong value. Recently refreshed and well maintained, it looks sharp and modern compared with other public spaces. You'll find treadmills, ellipticals, stationary bikes, weight machines, and free weights, all with a view of the ocean. Peak times tend to be early morning as guests get in a workout before the day kicks off, so mid-morning or mid-afternoon sessions tend to be quieter. The outdoor jogging track is a great alternative if you like fresh air. It's short but scenic, perfect for burning off energy while enjoying the sea breeze. Cabins are, for me, mostly about sleep rather than lounging. Inside staterooms are cozy but windowless, so if you prefer natural light, upgrading to a balcony makes a big difference. Storage can be tight, so make use of underbed space and all nooks available. Outlets, especially USB ports, can be limited, so plan accordingly if you travel with multiple devices. Bathrooms are compact. Glass shower doors feel more spacious than curtains, but either option works. Noise can carry through walls, which is something light sleepers should be aware of. Room service is available. Continental breakfast items like fruit, pastries, and cereal are included, while specialty orders come with a charge. My cabin felt comfortable, and having a steward who was attentive and friendly made a world of difference.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Internet is available, but it's a luxury on board. The ship's app is free and essential. Download it before you embark. It's the central hub for checking schedules, booking activities, managing reservations, and even ordering meals. Without a purchased Wi-Fi plan, your phone will only support the app itself. Full internet access requires a plan, which varies by speed and usage. Basic packages allow emails and messaging, while higher tiers let you stream, video chat, and browse freely. Prices can be steep. One day's access might rival a month at home, so downloading offline entertainment beforehand is smart. Wi-Fi coverage is generally strong, often better than some land-based networks. I saw passengers attending work calls, streaming videos, and staying connected without issue. Cellular service won't work at sea, so voice and video calls require internet-based apps like WhatsApp or FaceTime. Learning the ship's app on day one pays off. It makes everything from planning activities to checking menus seamless and stress-free. Not all cruises are created equal when it comes to kid-free zones, and the Carnival Glory is definitely not an adults-only ship. That said, it does a surprisingly good job of balancing energy and calm. The ship hums with laughter, splashes, and the occasional joyful chaos that comes with families on vacation, but tucked away are carefully maintained adult-only spaces where peace reigns. These retreats are perfect if you need a moment away from the poolside commotion. Soft lighting, plush seating, and a serene atmosphere make them ideal for reading, enjoying a cocktail, or just staring out at the ocean in silence. They're basically little sanctuaries amidst the family-friendly buzz, and the crew does a solid job keeping them free of younger guests. Meanwhile, young passengers are fully catered to. Camp Ocean on Deck 11 is a wonderland for kids, divided by age into themed areas like penguins, stingrays, and sharks. From arts and crafts to science experiments, video games, and face painting, there's no shortage of activities. Teens have their own hangouts. Circle C Forward on Deck 4 and Club O2 midship on Deck 5. These spaces are alive with music, dance-offs, karaoke, gaming, and socializing, letting older kids enjoy a bit of independence. Pro tip, complete any club waivers right on embarkation day. You'll save yourself from being tracked down later. The arcade is a solid backup when the weather keeps you indoors. Games cost around $2 each, which can add up quickly, so setting spending limits is smart. Shopping on board is another feature worth noting. From duty-free souvenirs and jewelry to Carnival-branded apparel, luxury goods, and even art auctions, there's a variety to explore. Staffers are friendly and informative without being pushy, making browsing stress-free. Watch out for free seminars. They're often fun and educational, but subtly geared toward upselling products in the shop. Timing your shopping can pay off. Last day deals often bring discounts on leftover merchandise. Everything runs cashless via your key card, which is convenient but can make spending feel abstract. Multiple shoppers in one cabin can easily rack up higher charges than expected, so I recommend checking your account daily and keeping track of receipts. This helps avoid surprises and makes disembarkation smoother. If you want lasting memories, the ship's photo packages are a nice option. Photos are professionally lit and beautifully framed, capturing moments perfectly. The downside? The system is still a bit old school. You have to scroll through hundreds or even thousands of images to find yours. And yes, the cost is high, but if a keepsake matters, it's hard to beat the results. Exploring the ship on foot quickly adds up. Between hopping from shows, dining, trivia, lounges, and deck strolls, it's easy to hit over 10,000 steps a day. The constant movement is part of the fun, but it also makes good seating a real treat. While the main pool area can get packed during peak hours, if you venture a little further, you'll often find quieter spots with sweeping ocean views that are perfect for a break or some people watching. Carnival Glory doesn't have cabanas for rent, but wandering around tends to reveal hidden nooks and cozy corners where you can relax, sip a drink, and take in the sea breeze in peace. I appreciated that the elevators aren't smart or programmed to group passengers, which can sometimes cause confusion or delays on other ships. Moving between decks was generally straightforward, and I rarely had to wait long. For short trips, the stairs are often faster and a nice little workout. For anyone relying on a wheelchair or mobility device, the ship is surprisingly accessible. Certain staterooms are tighter than others, but the decks and main public areas handle mobility devices well. Elevators can get busy at prime times like boarding or dinner, but otherwise, circulation around the ship is smooth. The layout can take some getting used to. For example, the main dining room sits between two decks, so moving from one side of the ship to the other can feel like a mini obstacle course at first. First-time cruisers might experience a bit of confusion initially, but after a day or two, it becomes second nature. In terms of passengers, the ship attracts a mostly American crowd, with roughly 80% US travelers and 20% international guests. Families, couples, retirees, and solo travelers all mixed together, creating a vibrant, multi-generational atmosphere. There's a noticeable presence of older adults, especially over 50, giving the ship a slightly mature feel, while families and kids appear in full force during school breaks and summer sailings. Younger travelers and millennials are increasingly represented, drawn by shorter itineraries and affordable fares. Solo cruisers also find opportunities to connect through social events and mixers. This particular sailing was offered at a discount, making it accessible to a wide audience. As a result, the passenger mix was diverse, adding a rich, multicultural element to onboard interactions and creating a dynamic social vibe. Dress is casual during the day. Think shorts, t-shirts, sundresses, and flip-flops, but evenings can shift toward casual or semi-formal attire. On formal nights, you'll see a range from tuxedos and cocktail dresses to more relaxed shirt and slacks outfits. Themed events like White Night or Decades Nights pop up often, so keeping an eye on the daily schedule or cruise app helps you fit in. Overall, clothing aboard is flexible, comfortable, and easygoing. From a value perspective, this cruise was a solid deal. While extras like specialty dining, drink packages, and gratuities can increase cost, the base fare offered a well-rounded experience with accommodations, meals, entertainment, and amenities included. Timing matters too. Peak periods like summer and holidays cost more, whereas off-season cruises are cheaper, quieter, and more relaxed. For context, a 5-day summer sailing cost $549, which is very reasonable considering everything included. Safety aboard felt solid. Uniform security blended into the background, and I never felt uneasy. Crew members are exceptional, mostly from Southeast Asia and beyond, working long hours with many months away from family. Showing them appreciation, even a small gesture, goes a long way. Guest services handled issues efficiently, though it's busiest at the start and end of the cruise. Timing visits strategically avoids long lines and frustration. Yes, the ship is older and some areas show wear and tear. Minor imperfections are noticeable, but they rarely detract from the overall experience. If you're a perfectionist, it might feel a bit dated, but for most travelers, the people, activities, and destinations overshadow cosmetic flaws. I aim to provide a straightforward, honest view of Carnival Glory. I'm not affiliated with the cruise line and receive no compensation. I share this purely out of passion for cruising. Sure, there are a few drawbacks. Some entertainment is hit or miss, service can be slow at times, and the ship isn't pristine, but factoring in the cost savings, overall experience, and sheer fun, it was absolutely worth it.